welcome to another episode of this podcast of ours. Now you know, and now you know it's another episode. I can't believe it's been a week already. What have you guys been up to?
It was quite a long week, but yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
What do you mean long week? It was 7 days. All weeks.
Yeah,
is
7 days, but it
Wasn't
felt
long.
very long. I mean, yeah,
7
I really
days.
waited for Friday to come and take some rest.
Yeah, okay. So here we are. It's been a week. So I don't know if you guys have heard this story. It's not really a story. It's more of a little fact.
Okay.
So in back in the day, I can't remember which year exactly, there was a mummified human body that was discovered in the Swiss Alps.
Okay.
This mummified human body has the distinction of being the oldest ever human being known to have tattoos. They had 61 tattoos on his body.
61 tattoos. If
61
you just said like he had one tattoo, I would have said like no.
Yeah.
60 more than one. So they tried dating the body and they found that it was about 3,300 BCE. This is when the person died.
Oh.
So basically, this is 5,000 years ago, around that time. People were already getting tattoos and some people were getting 61 of them. I don't have that many tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's
61, it's a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. So which brings me to what we are going to be talking about today.
Cool.
Tattoos and tattooing and what society thinks of people with tattoos. I wonder what people would think if they traveled back 5,000 years and discovered this guy. By the way, they called him, the scientist who discovered him called him Otzi.
Oxy.
Otzi, yeah. So Otzi with his 61 tattoos, first gangster on the planet. Power to him,
Yeah.
Otzi. But he's dead. Been dead for 3,000 plus years. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah. So about tattoos,
Yeah, you have tattoos?
I don't. So
You have tattoos?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so he's the older now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my tattoos for no reason at all.
Okay.
My only reason for getting tattoos was because I wanted to have tattoos.
Right.
That was nothing special and nothing to commemorate. Just get the tattoos and life goes.
Okay.
And I'll never forget one colleague of mine, first time she discovered I had tattoos because I always wear long sleeve shirts when I go to work.
Right.
But then this one day I just decided to go to work in a t-shirt. So she saw my tattoo and she made a comment. She said I looked like a gangster. And if she saw me on the street at night, she would cross the street. In fairness, maybe I look scary, I don't know. But I don't think having a tattoo alone qualifies to make you a scary human being or to be a suspected criminal.
Yeah.
Sadly, this is something that society thinks a lot, that people with tattoos equals bad.
Yeah.
You have tattoos on your shoulders, you have tattoos on your arms, you have any visible tattoos, equals bad.
Yeah.
You should not be hired, is a gangster if you see them cross the street. But I think it's a wrong assumption that people make. So, Johan has tattoos. Okay? Any people look at you weird?
You don't think I'm gangster?
Oh, obviously. No way you're gangster. Your gangster credits are bigger. No. No. I have removed you from the club of gangsters.
So
Yeah, it actually it's a cultural thing as well because in my country, if you go to prison, they give you a tattoo.
okay.
It's
Wait
weird.
a minute. That's very... You know what's some other funny story about people being tattooed in prison? So when Hitler was killing Jews,
Right.
when they were taken to those death camps, they tattoo them.
Okay.
So a lot of the Jews who survived, they have tattoos on their wrists.
Okay.
And that's something they really... they hate the idea of tattoo. A lot of them hate the idea of tattooing because back then, to be tattooed meant you were going to get killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's happening now or if it's real or not. Because when I was planning to get the tattoo, I told my mom that I'm going to get a tattoo. She's like, no, only people who go to prison get tattoos. What? So if I was to get a tattoo, I had to go to prison first.
You should have also told her, people who go to prison also eat food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. So what about, because I know in my culture, in Sri Lanka, tattooing it's not a cultural or religious thing. So it's just people frown upon it. Nowadays it's more open. It's a bit more open. But I know in certain cultures, like even certain religions, they don't allow tattoo.
They don't allow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the two biggest religions in the world
Right.
have an unwritten code against tattoos.
Oh, is it?
I think also written, because I think there's somewhere in the Bible, was it in Deuteronomy, where it says, "Thou shalt not make markings on your body," something.
Right.
I haven't read the Quran, so I'm not really sure, but I've been told.
Yeah, so basically, to be honest, I don't really know if it is written in Quran or no. I mean, I have read it, but I don't remember if I have read something about that specific.
Yeah.
But I know it's actually not allowed to have a tattoo.
So the religion says you cannot have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it is written, but I have read about it. So recently I was thinking, like a few days back, a few months back, I was thinking to have a tattoo in my body.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Just to have something in my body that basically this thing will always remind me with someone. So I always, when I look to my hand, I see it, so I remember. Yeah. So I was really thinking about it, and I was finding out exactly why it's not allowed and what can be the bad thing will happen for me if I have a tattoo. I might have a tattoo and nothing will happen. Yeah. Just like other people, everyone had a tattoo, so I had a tattoo in my hand and that's it. So I have read about it, and so actually the why it's not allowed in Islam, because if basically Allah made you in a specific shape.
Okay.
This basically how you look like.
Okay.
And by having a tattoo, you are going to change the way how you look like.
Right.
And that's basically something not allowed. So it is actually this is the idea about it. And also I have read that if you have a tattoo, you cannot donate blood.
Okay.
And that also has stopped me from having a tattoo. So I chosen to not having a tattoo, and maybe I can donate blood to someone and they can save somebody's life rather than having a tattoo and be happy with that.
Yeah.
So
It's very significant, because I think the person that you were going to get a tattoo, we all know the person.
It's
So-
a private story.
Yeah.
So if you talk about that and why he chose not to get a tattoo, it just
it
combines
all-
beautifully.
Yeah.
It's
But about donating blood, I have actually donated blood.
right.
And the doctor stuck the needle right on my arm, right
On the
next to
tattoo.
the tattoo, right there. So it's not actually not allowed to donate blood if you have tattoos, to the best of my knowledge. It's if you have a tattoo that's less than 3 months old.
Right.
So if you get a tattoo, after 3 months, it's fine to donate blood.
Okay. So I read about this tattoo thing. I mean, donating blood. So what happens is when you get a tattoo, the ink can actually react with your body in a bad way. So after 3 months, you can go and get a test. But it's typically it takes around 1 year. So the doctor certifies that this ink, whatever you put in your body,
Has all the
it's not harmful, or it didn't create anything bad in your blood. So if you are certified, you can give blood. And if you are certified, no, this ink is actually reacting in a way that you cannot donate blood, or your blood is not.
then you will not be
then you
able
cannot.
to donate blood anymore.
Yes, correct.
But still on the topic of tattoos, there are certain cultures, like in the Philippines,
Right.
where tattooing is done by a lot of old people. Like there are old people who are experts at tattooing.
Right.
And in Filipino culture, it's very normal to find people with tattoos.
People with tattoos.
If you go to Maori culture in New Zealand, in all these places, I'm sure you've seen all these rugby players with the very large, The Rock, for example, that large tattoo he has on his chest, it's actually cultural. It's from his people. And they even do the tattooing, not with a modern tattoo gun. There's a way they do it manually where you put like a stick with paints on it and you hit to get the skin. So there is really nothing wrong with tattoos that I can think of. It's just that the way society views it, some people might think you have tattoos, you belong to, a bad group of people. And that might also be down to the fact that a lot of gangsters that have been portrayed in movies, or even in real life, have been all these people who are heavily tattooed, and they have, at some point, maybe people thought having tattoos was a cool thing. So criminals ended up having them. Or if you look at Japan, the Yakuza. They have all these huge tattoos that cover their entire bodies. That might also be the reason for it, I think. But if I was interviewing someone for a job and you show up and you have tattoos all over, that wouldn't make you judge you any different.
Yeah, correct.
I just think this is just some guy off the street who has tattoos.
Coming to that point, like there are certain jobs that don't allow you to have a tattoo that's like visible.
Yeah.
So in a corporate level, they're telling you don't have tattoos. So that mindset is always there.
In cabin crew, they don't allow to have a visible tattoo.
Yeah, so then you just wear long sleeve shirts. That's
problem solved. Wear gloves.
No. So in that case then, by the way, I've always told people if all my tattoos will never go beyond my neck or below my elbows. If I ever get tattoos, it will all be like if I wear long sleeve clothing, it's covered. Visible. Because as much as I love my freedom and I want to get all the tattoos I want, I'm still cognizant of the fact that society thinks of tattoos in a certain way. And the people who control society happen to be a bunch of people who have an old mindset, who still view tattoos as being a bad thing. So yes, I want to get my tattoos, but I also don't want to deny myself the opportunities that I might be denied if someone decides, oh, you have tattoos, you don't belong here, you have tattoos, this is not the thing for you. So still, I wouldn't, I still cover them up in some places. Though sometimes I go to work in t-shirts and they're exposed, and maybe I meet the president and he looks at me like, so this guy has tattoos. I'm like, Mr. President, cheers, it's fine. It's okay.
I wouldn't worry about that because honestly, if it's my body, if I can't tattoo my body, and if you have a problem with it, just come and speak to me. And if you really have a problem with me working here with tattoos or something like that, and you are not comfortable, then I'm not comfortable as well. Why are you judging me? Now the reason I got the tattoo, you said like you just got.
Mine have no reason.
You just have a tattoo, right?
It's like having a painting in the house.
I never had an idea to get a tattoo. Like I wasn't very fond of the idea of a tattoo, right? But I never viewed it as a bad thing to do. But so my skin on my back has you know how you get acne scars on your face, right? So there is something that certain something that comes in your back. So it's called backne. So my back skin has a lot of scars. So I was actually not worried about that as well. But one day someone made a comment on my back, and then I was like, why? Why would you do that? So after that day I felt very, like I was
very
thinking about it, So I wanted to cover it up. I wanted to cover it up with a tattoo. So I had this whole idea planned where I'll get a huge tattoo that will cover the entire skin. So I went and I told my brother, so this is what I want you to do. He's a graphic designer, so I wanted him to design the tattoo for me, right? So he was like, okay, and this dragged on for some time. And one day we were just chilling, he and me, and he was like, why do you want to get the tattoo? So I told him this entire story, how someone made a comment, and he's like, man, it's your skin, right? You have to embrace it. We'll create a tattoo. Yes, I'll create a tattoo for you, but this tattoo will embrace it. It's not going to hide the spotted back skin you have. And the tattoo, it says spotted back skin. So that's how my tattoo came to be. So it means a lot to me right now. Like So that's why I got a tattoo. And honestly, if I had that back knee on my arm, I'll get the tattoo here, embracing it. If you have a problem with it, okay, I'm fine, I'm leaving.
And speaking of, recently, I think maybe a month has gone by, there was a guy who tweeted something about women not having tattoos. So basically his tweet said, if you see a woman who has tattoos, run.
What?
Yeah. The weirdest thing is that this is someone who's young, someone who seems to be educated and fairly exposed, but still has these same ideas. Last week we were talking about people who don't evolve their thoughts.
Right.
I think it was just a case of someone who's refused to evolve his ideas. So the idea that women shouldn't have tattoos, we've talked about it, but we've talked about tattoos in general. Like something specific down to women having tattoos. It's so weird that some people think It's fine to have tattoos, but when it comes to women, no.
So this specific trait,
Yes,
he's
tweet,
okay.
He's okay with people having tattoos, but not women.
Not women.
Okay, that's
And that
That's
tweet
messed up.
generated so much debate. The problem is, there's a bunch of people who agreed with him, quite a significant number, which means it's just not him. There's a big section of society who think that a man having tattoo is somewhat acceptable,
right.
but when it comes to women, red line. You can't cross that. So I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on this. For me, it's you want to get a tattoo on your face, on your legs, on your arms. Your problem. You are paying. Your money. Go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think it's, for me, it's the same. I mean, if you are okay with tattoos, having a tattoo, either you're a man or woman,
It doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter,
As you're okay with tattoo, like
Yeah.
it doesn't make any difference if you
Yeah.
have it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
There is no difference like having it in men or women.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Both of them can have tattoos. And
Yeah.
there's no difference.
It's really funny if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
And also for me, I mean, having a tattoo or talking to someone who have a tattoo or having a friend who have a tattoo, men or women, it will not make any difference.
any difference.
Yeah.
That's
Any
correct.
difference.
That's
As-
correct.
It doesn't change how I view you.
Yeah.
Unless you have a very distracting tattoo on your face, then it will
I will
just,
never even talk to
yeah,
you.
it will just make me distracted seeing it.
Yeah.
But I will not judge your character or your
Yeah.
ability to do certain things
Yeah.
based on a tattoo. A tattoo is just that.
Yeah.
It's a tattoo. There's nothing. You just paid someone money, you develop the economy,
Yeah.
and now you have a tattoo. It makes you happy. Well, guess what? Go ahead, be happy, live your life. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right.
So for someone to go and say it in public that women shouldn't have tattoos, it's so. Problem is such ideas when this guy says it, and then a lot of people support him, and there's probably some very impressionable kid somewhere who sees this line of thought and then goes, you know what, women no tattoos.
No tattoos.
If I ever have daughters, I'm going to block them completely from having tattoos.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, from there, it spreads to the idea that women are different from men, and there are certain liberties that are not supposed to be allowed that men can have.
Yeah.
It's just a dangerous thing. It's a slippery slope, and I don't think society should go that way.
That's true. That's true.
You want tattoos? Have them. By the way, I'm thinking of getting more. I'm thinking of getting. It's painful, but I like the result, so I'm thinking of getting tattoos on my whole back. I haven't settled on a design yet, but soon we'll be there. I won't show you guys. I will not.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll only say this.
It's personal.
Yeah. Let's be shared.
Yeah. Cool.
Any final thoughts on tattoos? I know Fuad is not getting one anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I just decided to do not have a tattoo, so I'm fine like that.
Oh,
Yes,
I mean, that's my
Yeah,
that's
that's
my
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I will not basically push you to do not have a tattoo or convince you to do not have a tattoo or basically stick with my idea, but it's fine. I mean, this is my idea. This is why I believe that. Yeah, having a tattoo in your body is something.
For you, it's not fine.
Yeah,
For
me,
someone
it's not
else,
fine, so
power to you. Live your life.
yeah.
Correct.
You getting any more tattoos, Johan?
I am planning to. Yes.
Perfect. Let's find a good tattooist and then see where this journey goes next.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But in a week's time, we should be back here.
Sure.
Yes.
Talking about something else.
Alright.
Yeah.
And again, as we always close, think it's not illegal.